last 40 years, over 500,000 children have lived in foster care in the UK. 5 sisters, Charmaine, Jackie, Lynn, Janice, and Julia were separated as kids, but reunited in their 20s. They're now all desperate to know if they share the same father. You all share the same mum.
Yes.
The question here is, do we all share, or do any of us share the same father?
Yeah.
Who's the oldest?
Me.
So you're the oldest, Julia. Then Charmaine, then
me.
Then
Jackie,
Lynn.
then Lynn.
Janice.
Fine.
is the baby.
So you were adopted. You were
I was
adopted.
adopted.
2 separate families.
Yes.
Where were you 3?
We were brought up in care from the early ages, from about 2. Janice and I were a lot together. We were in the
together a
same,
lot for
the last care home.
Because I didn't know about Charmaine.
Why didn't they try and keep you all together? I mean, remarkable, really, how you found each other. Unmarried and struggling without any support, the girl's mum, Anne, made some difficult decisions. She was pressured to put oldest sister Julia and second youngest Lynn up for adoption. And although their mum tried to hold on to second oldest Charmaine, middle sister Jackie, and youngest Janice, they were soon placed into foster homes, separated at an early age. It was only in their 20s, when Lynn accessed her birth records and she discovered she had sisters, that all 5 of them were reunited. Something their mum didn't live to witness. Oh my word, you're like her. Oh my word.
She
Anne,
was a beautiful woman. She had it tough. Very tough. She had a lot of mental health issues as well that weren't recognised in those days.
that's it. How did your mother die?
She committed suicide eventually. I wish she could have hung on, because I think she'd be so proud of us all now.
So, do any of you believe that you share the same biological father?
I think we do. I think we do.
Yeah.
So you 2 think you share the same father.
Yeah.
Who do you think your father was, and do you think any of your sisters are your full siblings?
I don't know. I'm on the fence, thinking, am I not?
Everybody should know who your parents are.
Yeah.
I can't tell my kids their history because I don't know my history.
The main question is, are we full siblings or half siblings? And that would give us some answer to something.
Come on in. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. It's lovely to see you all again.
You too. Lovely to see you again.
Nice to see you. Okay. So when I met you all the first time, your question was around whether or not you are full sisters or half sisters. And I know that one of the things that we discussed the first time around was whether or not we would be able to use your DNA to essentially start to work out who your biological fathers were. Are you happy for me to continue?
Yeah.
Really as we'll ever be.
Okay. Yeah?
Cool.
Okay. Janice, Charmaine, Julia, you are half sisters. You all have different fathers.
Wow.
Good old one.
Lynn and Jackie, You are full sisters. You share the same father.
Two nutters.
We had I think we.
We've always had a little sneaky feeling. Now it's confirmed it, and I'm happy with that. Are you? You happy?
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So, Lynn and Jackie, your father is Jack Bethel.
Wow. You've got a dad. That's what you've always wanted, sweetheart.
We can see that because when we look at who you're matching in the DNA databases, you're getting matches to other Bethels who have coincidentally also taken DNA tests. And having that name to start with really helped us.
So that makes us half sisters
Yeah,
to you,
We're
right?
still all.
That's
Yeah,
right. Yeah. Are you surprised?
I'm a little surprised at that. 'Cause I had it in my head that Jackie and Janice had the
four
same
sisters,
father.
yeah.
And Charmaine and Lynn had the same father, and I was the odd one out. And I've said that from the beginning.
I did expect him to be my dad. Jack.
Still my sister.
He's still a sister.
You're still our sister.
Still my baby.
Come on.
You're our baby girl.
I think that is something really important to say. You clearly have a connection. You are sisters, and nothing is
close.
going to take that away from you.
We've all got our mum. We've just got different dads.
Yeah.
Are you sure,
Yeah,
sweetheart?
no, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah.
Now, I can tell you that we've got ancestry information for all of you. We have not been able to get specific information about all of your fathers. Are you happy for me to continue with that? Yeah?
Come on.
Okay. So, Janice, you're getting matches in the sort of Cheshire, Manchester area. We cannot say who your biological father is,
Okay.
but based on the names that are in the databases, we know that he must be descended from the Roberts and the Artingsol family.
Who?
Artingsol.
Right.
So, one of those two surnames.
And that's as far as that can go.
That's as
then?
far as that one's gone at the
Yeah,
moment.
that's fine.
That is not to say that 6 months from now, a year from now, somebody takes a DNA test and they pop up on the database and that allows us to home in. Julia. Okay, again, you're getting matches in Northwest England, but you're getting a bit of Irish in you as well. So you're getting matches that suggest that your father is descended from the Smith and the Walsh family. Those surnames are so common that it's very difficult to home in at the moment on who your biological
Okay.
father's family is. That's as far as we've managed to get with that one.
That's why I like Guinness.
Okay. Charmaine, you are getting matches in Northwest England. And after looking at your matches on the DNA databases and working with birth, marriage, and death records, we can tell you who your grandparents are.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay?
Fabulous.
Your grandparents' surname was Jackson.
Wow.
They married in 1929. They had 2 sons. one of whom must be your father.
Jackson. I have heard that name.
Without a DNA test, we cannot confirm.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Charmaine Jackson, yeah.
Sounds like you should be one of the Jackson 5.
Wow.
The eldest is still alive.
Wow.
So knowing that, are you happy for us to make contact and try and take this forward?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Wow. So now knowing the answer to your question, are you happy that you went through this process?
Yes, definitely.
For certain, definitely.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am, definitely. And I'm so grateful because we found information that we never had.